Hey everybody, I'm Alabama Boss. This week on Uncurrent Events, we're going to teach you what to do if a group of vegan protesters show up at your restaurant and how not to prove the earth is flat. Alright, this one takes us a little north to Canada where we have a superhero on our hand. His name is Michael Hunter. He calls himself the Hunter Chef. And he owns a restaurant called the Antler. So he started getting some complaints from vegans about him not offering a vegan steak. And I'll be honest, I have no clue what a vegan steak is. Don't care. Not going to look it up. He doesn't offer a vegan steak, so what do? They start protesting. They get outside of his restaurant. They got signs that say murder. How does he respond? Exactly the right way. He goes and gets a damn deer leg and starts carving it up in the window right in front of him and makes him a big-ass deer sandwich. Sit there and eat it right in front of him, watching these fools stand outside cry over a damn deer leg. Another smooth troll move on his part was putting up a sign in the window that said, "Venison is the new kale." Good job. Activists keep saying, he's taunting us. You're standing outside of his restaurant with big-ass banners and signs right at the window where he's trying to serve people food. Who's taunting who? And another thing, it's not like this guy has a totally meat menu. He has vegan options. He just don't have a fucking vegan steak. I mean, how do you make a vegan steak? This one takes us out to California, home of the crazy, where Mad Mike Hughes has launched himself 1,800 feet into the air with a homemade rocket to prove that the Earth is shaped like a frisbee. In case y'all don't know, there's a big trend on the internet, and there's actually a concerning amount of people that believe the Earth is flat. Believe it or not, Forbes magazine reported that only 66% of millennials actually believe the Earth is round, which that's the same group that's snorting condoms and eating Tide Pods, so it's not really shocking at this point. His goal is to get to space. This guy won't believe the Earth is round unless he sees it with his own eyes. One thing I don't understand about these flat earthers, why do they not just go to the edge? If you've got enough money to build a damn rocket and shoot yourself into the air twice, because this is the second time he's done it, why not spend that money on airplanes, boats, cars, and go one way and find the edge of the Earth instead of firing yourself into space and coming down like a sack of taters in the desert? Okay, this one takes us to Colorado. We do not condone what I'm about to tell you, where a man in an older model Mustang has fought the law and he won. He won because he was going 140 miles per hour whenever they clocked him and reached up to speeds of 150 as the cops finally said, you know what? 150 is just a little too much for us. We give up. They couldn't even tell what model it was. They couldn't read the plates because he was going 150 miles per hour. I mean, if you hit a turkey at 150 miles an hour, it may go through the windshield, through your chest cavity, and out the tailpipe of that damn car. Look, this guy probably needs to come forward and pick up some sponsors. I mean, we need him in NASCAR right now because of this missing action. And this guy is a man of action. I think one thing's clear here. This man is not participating in Colorado's recreational marijuana because nobody smoking dope goes 150. I mean, you're going 35 when you're high and you're like, slow down. You can be wrapped in bubble wrap and have a roll cage. You're not going 150 if you're high. Nope, 40, 45 tops. All right, this story takes us over to YouTube where apparently very bad things are being shown to your children. The website Wired has looked into the algorithm of kids programming on YouTube. They start off watching legit kids programming, and if you leave the autoplay on or the little suggestions that come up on the sidebar over an amount of time, it will filter slowly into a dark pit of shit. They're finding things like Paw Patrol trying to commit suicide, Peppa Pig being forced to eat bacon, Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse, her head rolls down some kind of conveyor belt and is squished and blood squirts everywhere. These are the things that your kids are seeing. Apparently YouTube has tried to crack down on this problem, but they're failing miserably. Don't allow YouTube to raise your child. or your child may end up eating Tide Pods or snorting fucking condoms. Because that is another problem that we now have. They are snorting condoms. Unfortunately, they're not using them and they're going to be breeding, so this is going to be an ongoing issue. What they're doing is they're putting the condom up their nose and they're snorting it out and they're bringing it out their mouth. It's nothing new, but this is the shit you got to see at a circus. Now the entire country is just basically a fucking circus. I don't understand. Tide Pods are not cheap. Condoms are not cheap. Look, let's admit, we all done stupid things in our late teens. I mean, we would take lemon extract, put it in Mountain Dew or lemonade, get us a little buzz. We would take the cigar, put it between each other's arms, see who pulled away first. Everybody done dumb shit. If each generation is trying to one-up the next, I believe we should just right now say, look, you beat us, let's stop, start from scratch. Let's go back to swapping licks or some shit like that, because snorting condoms and eating laundry detergent is not going to cut it. The millennials are also into these jewels. Well, if you don't know what that is, it looks like a little hard drive for a computer, and it's an e-cig. And basically, you can take it into class, lay it on your desk, the teacher would never know what it is, go in the bathroom, and smoke. Creative, I give them that. I had to sneak to the truck to smoke whenever I was in school, and I would have done the same thing when I was that age. I would say this, for the ones smoking jewels inside, you're doing a lot better than the ones that are eating Tide Pods and snorting condoms. All right, that's all I got this week. If we've learned anything, it's you need to put condoms where they go. And if you have kids, don't let YouTube raise them. I'm Alabama Boss and Rated Red. Y'all have a good one.